Okay. I like that announcement. It's very funny. It always shows up with clients too. So welcome. Thank you for coming into the Q&A. I know I'm taking time of your Sunday to do this, and I really hope that I'm going to have all of your questions answered, and you'll get to know a little more about this program, the certification training that's starting in September 19th. So I want to share a little bit of just a quick talk beyond. I hope all of you get a chance to watch that 15-minute video that I made, just presenting it with a PowerPoint. A little bit showing what it is about. But I want to go into a little bit more detail as far as like how is it behind the scenes as a student, as what you will experience. So I'm actually going to ask you guys to mute yourselves. I'm going to actually mute you. There we go. There should be no background noises. Okay. And so the idea behind this is that you do not need to have any background in healing at all to actually get this training. This is why this training is so comprehensive, and we get a chance to do so much of practice and training and integration of all the material as you go along. So it's going to be about 12 weeks long. We're going to take a 1 weekend or two in throughout, and you can miss one or two of them. That should be okay. But if you do miss one, make sure you watch all the videos, all the training, and make sure you be able to maybe connect with one more student throughout the week and do the actual practice. And we will have create a kind of a group. We will also have kind of a small forum, but we'll definitely do a WhatsApp group. I think that was preferred for most people last time. So you can talk to each other, and we can have a more kind of live throughout the week, like, hey, Harry, I've noticed this. Can you tell me a little more about that? And I can just do a little more information or a little stuff like run on the spot, or again, connecting. It worked really well the last time with students. They're like, hey, do you want to do this training, extra practice? And people just did that. And that worked really, really well. So I recommend, it'll be fun to do that. And this is one of the good parts of doing this as a group and taking the time and doing this. You'll have the chance to know the people that you're studying with, and do a lot of practice sessions, which is important. And you'll graduate knowing how it is to be not only a practitioner, but also receiving a lot, because you'll know how it feels to be on the receiving end of anything that we do. So every week it'll be about an hour worth of, you can say, a lecture training that will go over the written material I go over, and actually me explaining how to do things and how to approach and how to do the things. And then you're basically going to split up to pairs and do it and practice. To one time you will be the client, and one time you'll be the practitioner. So, and you'll have all the information here. I want to share with you some of the information. Give me a second here. To do this. Where's the sharing? Where it's not giving me to do more than that. Okay. So let's do. Can you see my screen? Okay, very good. So that's the general page for Infinite Ascension Academy, for the practitioner page. And the way it looks for a student, and it's going to look like this. And you're going to have, you can see on the side, you have all the lessons, everything that's coming up. So you'll get that the week before. So for example, if we finish a Sunday, by Monday or Tuesday, you'll get all this information download for all the information you need for next week. It's not a lot. It's usually just a little video of mine. And usually I'll have the videos from the last training. So if you are very new and you want to have a little more background about the information, you can listen to the last training from the previous students, just for your environment. You'll have, as you see here, like I'll play this. And you'll have this kind of video. And here, for example, you have the PDF. You can download the PDF. Every class will have a PDF for it, and I'll update those as we go along. So, and by the end, I'll give you the full training, which is about 120 pages worth of training. So you have all the scripts in there. Everything will be given to you. So every week, but I like to break it down so people don't jump ahead, because that happens sometimes and it just confuses. So I'll give you every time what you need for the next time for the coming week. So you'll be able to read it if you'd like. We'll go over that in class too. So you can really, it's not about a lot of homework. I'm not about that, but I really want you guys to have the information integrated, because sometimes some of it is a lot, and I have a lot of information to give, so it'll be a lot of it will come through. So I hope you enjoy that. Hi, Aura. I haven't seen you. It's good to have you in here. So this is how it would look. You have this basic, hi there. You'll have the PDF, and here on the side, you'll have all kinds of lessons. So for example, you have the module, you have everything that goes into it, the videos, and everything is broken down, and you'll have, again, lesson 2, past life regression, everything that goes into it. You'll receive it. And a lot of times the way I structured it is that you will receive, and let me just stop sharing here for a second. You will receive the actual, again, the PDF training for the coming week. And usually I did a workshop, an online workshop about the topic. So you'll be able to see how I do it for other people and be like experience it as a participant. So it'll be past life regression. So you'll be able to go through, and importantly, you go through how I explain it, what my talk is about past life regression. So you get a chance to see that too, experience it yourself, and then we'll go to the actual class the coming Sunday. Every class, and go into the actual deeper explanation of how it works, how it feels, and what to do, what to look for, how to focus on that. And then you'll actually do the practice. Okay. So again, every time you'll get a chance to do the practice and get a chance to really apply what you were learning right away. So it's really, really nice. And I really encourage you to try and attend every time that you can, because it's really, you'll get a lot from it. And again, if you do have to miss 1 or 2 of them, that's okay. You can always watch the replay, which I'll post probably the next day. So it is really comfortable, really easy to use. And again, we'll have the WhatsApp group if you have any questions, anything you need a quick response from me, from other students, get some feedback, or do some more practice session. You'll be able to do that. Let me share again. I want to share a little more of those things. So that's the general classes. And this is how it would look for you as students. You'd be able to see what you did, what you haven't progressed, what you haven't finished. And you can, if you don't have time, you can stop in the middle and pick it up again. And again, I'll open it staggeredly. So every week you'll see whatever's the next lesson, but not much further in the future. So you'll be able to do it as you go along. That's the page to register. If you have any question, you can watch the 50-minute video I did before. You can watch it here, some testimonial from previous students, and some more information about that. So in general, again, as I want to show you here, there's a few important, why this is integrative quantum healing, because it's not just the quantum hypnosis itself. I've added a lot more information to it. So you really have a wide array of tools as you are helping and dealing with people. So you'll be able to do all the, again, more quantum stuff. So higher self, how to connect with your inner guidance, and how to connect to your spirit guides, your Akashic records. We'll do all that kind of fun stuff. And obviously higher self. And the second module, as you can see here, has a lot more things that are more to do with, I call it the 5th dimensional psychology. It is because we're doing a lot of more emotional and spiritual and mental work, especially more mental and emotional, but we're doing it still in an altered state, in a deeper level of consciousness, more open level of consciousness. And some of you have probably saw me or felt me doing it. So it's about the emotional release, and there's a process and that you will learn how to do, and that you can really get people to more of it. This is more of a somatic experience, people to really know what they're feeling, what it is, how to interact, how to clear those big, deep traumas sometimes that are still kept in the people's bodies, people's hearts and minds, and take care of that. I will show you, I have a really good tool that's called a metaphor sheet. I'll go over that in just a moment. You'll learn how to do inner child work, cycle of forgiveness. And those are really important tools, because sometimes it even comes up when you're doing other things. Suddenly you're doing something about no, whatever, past life, and suddenly they have to really do something about their inner child or forgiveness in that part. So it's good to know, like, oh, okay, there's this thing for it that I can do, and you can plug it in as you please, and you can always add to whatever you're already doing. This is not an exclusive; it's very an inclusive way of doing. Just add it to what all your other gifts and talents and skills and everything you have learned, and add to it. More things about is changing habits and beliefs, and I go deep into that, explaining how to do it. What are the key elements in our subconscious and conscious mind and superconscious mind of how to everything needs to integrate, what needs to shift, what needs to change. So let me actually share with you what I created. I call it just a master metaphor sheet. It has all the metaphors there, and you will learn through this whole training what each one of these mean. Some of it you'll know what I mean very clear, like pyramid of light, different things like that people know what it is. But there's a general easy flow of how to get people into a beautiful state, and you can follow just the different things for dissolving the conscious mind, different techniques, different metaphors to use. You will learn every one of those, and you'll be able to use it and have this sheet in front of you as you work with people and have like, oh, wow, let's do something. I can't remember exactly every part of how to do the inner child, and you're just going to follow the inner child sequence that is listed right here. And you'll know exactly what it means, and you'll be able to practice it and all that kind of stuff. Or I want to do a little more empowerment with this person. So you go to the empowerment section and just choose something that you feel intuitively is most relevant for them right now. So we'll go over this in detail. And there's more here. Again, how to shift patterns of beliefs, the different beautiful metaphors I have, the garden, the temple, room of agreements, control room. It's really beautiful, beautiful techniques that work really well. And again, I've been doing this for over 20 years. So I have accumulated a good amount of tools that I know work really well, work on most people. So these are really good, and how to get into, again, this past life. So you'll have everything listed, plus obviously you can have all the scripts. This is just a quick kind of cheat sheet that you'll have to not forget things, because it's and once you do this more and more, you'll just need to use this, because you won't have to hold the full script, because you'll remember what's on the script. And once you're done with this, you won't even need this. You'll just have a memory of everything that needs to happen. Okay. So that's generally what some of the stuff you're going to learn. Again, we're going to go into in depth, and every time you'll get some written material before, some experience, so you can practice and get ready for. So I want to open it for you guys now and ask you guys, and please just unmute and ask a question. If you have a question, I would love to answer.
I have a question.
Sure, Monique, go ahead.
That's the reason why I came today. I wanted to know what attracted me to your class, to a course, a workshop, whatever, is you said there was 3 hours, and there was 1 hour of learning and 2 hours of practice. So I wanted to know about the 2 hours of practice, if there were practice, everybody was going to practice. Everybody in the class was going to practice with somebody else, not just 2 people are being chosen and they're going to practice in front of everybody else.
Right.
So everybody's going to practice every time.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, so there's a beautiful thing on Zoom, and you can split people into pairs and have their own private rooms. And you are going to, again, take turns with the other person. One time you'll be the recipient, the client, and one time you'll be the facilitator, the actual practitioner. So you will train every time. There's no just modeling and then like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do this. I really don't like that kind of a general attitude. I really want you to feel confident and then like, oh no, I can do it. I've done it once. I can do it again. So you have that knowing. And a lot of it is also direct feedback. For example, in the beginning, I'm going to teach you how to, first of all, how to do asking how to interview people in the right way, how to ask open-ended questions, what open-ended questions to do, how to practice doing that part of actually being just a practitioner and doing it's kind of a coaching. So I'm teaching also a kind of a coaching model. So you will learn how to do it, and you'll practice it on the other person and learn how to do it. And once you also start the hypnosis training, we'll focus on, okay, what's your speed? What's your tone? How is your voice? Is your voice receptive? Is it too slow? Is it too fast? So you will do that and you practice and you'll get immediate feedback. Okay. And so that way you really can master the skills that you need and by actually experientially doing it. Okay.
Thank you. I have one more question. Is
sure.
It's going to be every Sunday?
Well,
every Sunday, right?
Pretty much, yes. I'm gonna send it to you. There's a couple of them that I won't. So basically, we'll start the 19th. It's most Sundays. The October 9th is going to take a gap. We might take a skip also around Thanksgiving because a lot of Americans, it's a weekend that they have a lot of families. So we might skip that one. So we'll do most Sundays, yes. So
Okay. And what time? What time is that?
it's exactly this time. So it's 9 a.m. Arizona
11.
time, and it's
Oh,
11
yeah.
for you.
Okay.
It's 5
Yeah.
p.m. for Carmen. It's probably 6 for Aura, right? So it's
Okay.
different times, and this is why I choose this time because it's good for the European. And last time I had people also from Africa, so it needs to be the time that is good for everyone to attend, and it will change a little bit.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Please, more questions.
I have a question. So, are you seeing a huge increase in the need for this quantum healing? Are you seeing your business grow exponentially? And is that kind of what is having you do this and teaching this and sharing this with us?
Well, it's a little deeper than that because I have been guided to teach this for a long time, and I have been doing it. I've been doing a lot of training and little workshops here and there, but I've been really pushed by my guides, by my higher self too. This is my purpose. This is my task in the next few years is to teach. Not so much for my clients because I've been doing it with my personal client one-on-one. A lot of like teach. Okay, this is what it's about. This is what. But I really want to make this more available to everyone because I can only do that many clients, and it's a shame to not share this techniques that are really effective and efficient and can help so many more people. And there's so many people that are ready for it and really want to do this work and are called to do it. So it's about riding that wave of people who are ready, and I'm ready to teach. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm the Wayshore of Wayshores. That's been my task all along. And I'm just really stepping into that place, into that role, just in a bigger way. Again, I've been teaching a lot of this. I'm doing a lot of workshops for many years. I've been doing workshops about 15 years, but now I need to do it in a bigger scale. So doing it online, reaching a lot more people, and the teaching again, and then also to be honest, it's a matter of mastery of my own skill. Because till now it was a mishmash of things, and I like to do some of this, some of that, and it was like, again, I've studied, I don't know, I like 20 different types of courses and trainings and different things, but I reached a level that I have a clear vision, a clear view of my own work, the body of work. And it was really interesting that in about 2-3 years ago, there was a light council that has been created for this body of work. So it's hold its own energy. It has its own, again, master of council of ascended masters that have told me and dedicated this. We're doing this work together now, so get ready. So it's more me doing what I'm supposed to be doing and get told like you got to step into it, and teaching it and really getting a sense of, again, I have this point in my career that I really feel strong enough to have and teach this in a really good way. And now I have the experience also that my past students have done so well. It was a collection of beautiful people have done amazing job. Really, they did a superb job at doing it so well and they got it so quickly. So I'm like, wow, I really enjoyed the process of teaching and seeing how others do it so well. And I guess I taught it well enough for them to get it. So I think it's important. And I think, again, what I like about this that is a little different. We are doing it live, and you are getting live training in every segment that we're doing, which is not necessarily a lot of trainings now online. It's just on the training online. You just see videos. You don't get a sense of like, okay, am I good at this? Can I really do this? And you don't get immediate feedback. And that's, I think it's a shame. It's lacking. And that's an important thing to do. Okay, and another important thing I want to say about my general approach of this modality that I don't think I say enough. I have it on my website these days, but in general, it is about helping people go through the journey. Because a lot of quantum healing is focused on doing immediate, big, beautiful, peak spiritual experiences, which they talk to their higher self, then see past lives, they see all these beautiful things and all kind of a guidance for their life. And then they're left to do it. and then what, So you need to be able to help those your clients to go through the process of like, okay, what happened? You need to leave a relationship. Okay, that's a big thing. Okay, it doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen. It can't just happen. Okay, I'm done. Bye. It's a lot more involving than that. So you need to help to support them so they are aligned with their highest good, with throughout all the fears, the trepidations, the challenges they face. And a lot of times it's about like, oh, they're stepping out like, oh, I really want to do this something, or really want to step into suddenly a new career. And then they're like, oh, but it's too hard. I'm really a little afraid. They step into their fear again. So you need to help them, again, bring them back. Okay, what fear is this? Let's explore that. What fears? Oh, it's a fear about this. No, from third grade, when they were ridiculed about something, So you need to help them start clearing not only the big things, but start helping them really throughout their journey of awakening, of evolving, in whatever that is. And this is, again, what I like about this this body of work. They don't have to be very spiritual to do this work. I have a lot of clients who are not, and what they come and do, and they just want to do their emotional work. They don't need to do experience past life. Sometimes they don't believe in it, so that's okay. No, they want to come and take care of their relationship. Great. No, that's beautiful. So you help them with the relationship. They don't have to go and do other things. So it really gives you a comprehensive set of tools that you can utilize towards everything. And even right now, I'll give an example. I have this lady who came and said, like, you know what? I like you. I like your general spiritual attitude, but I really want to talk about my weight. I was like, and I was like to myself, like, wow, I haven't done a healthy weight things in, I don't know, 7 years. I haven't, because I've been focused more on ascension and self-mastery. But yeah, let's do it. And it was beautiful. And just to start of it, because again, a lot of what you can learn here is about shifting that inner world, their own belief systems around themselves, around those patterns of why they do things, of why it happened. Why do they want to hold on to extra weight? For, again, a variety of reasons. So it's really interesting. So you can do so much more. You can serve humanity in such a bigger way, not just one specific. I know one thing, So it's really beautiful to give that broad service to your clients, and not just like, oh, just a spiritual thing, or not just physical, or not just energetic. You can do the whole thing, the whole gamma. And this is when we get to the galactic training part of it, is to really get connected with the galactic team, and how to call in the assistance from other beings to help you with that. And really, you can step into just bigger and bigger things. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. You can do whatever you want. You can do, you don't have to do anything here. So I like the flexibility that I give it, and the variety of tools, and your ability to help people in a deep way. And we're going to go through specifics and again, methods and sequences of how you really can help with each one of these segments. All right. More questions, please. Hi, Aura. Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Carmen.
So what I want to know is, how will you test us to know that we can do it properly? And how's that going to work?
So you're going to get, again, the weekly feedback from your other people. Okay. And as you do that, you will actually get a chance to practice it. And you'll get the feedback from that other person. How did you do? Okay. You're all going to learn. So you're going to give each other the feedback. And we're going to do sometimes with me. So you're going to do that, and you're going to see how you're doing. And I'll watch. And what I'm doing too is, you'll see that once we do the actual when you do one-on-one with the other person, I'll pop in. I know it will be suddenly like, oh, well, there's Harry. But I'll pop in and see how you're doing it. Okay. So I go between the different places. This is why I only like to do small groups, because that way I can do that. And I can I pop into you, I see how you're doing, what's your pace, how you're doing, how you're handling situation to come up. So I'll be in and out throughout when you are practicing. And I can I'll give you direct feedback right after. So this is, go ahead.
And then after the course, support after the course. If we have any questions, or do we still have access to your site? How's that going to work after the course?
So you basically have access to all this material indefinitely, all the time. You can always have access. You can always come down and download the scripts if you forgot them or lost them, or look at them again, or review a video and everything like that. You can always have access to me. Send me an email, send me a WhatsApp. Like, I've always loved to answer any of your questions. Okay. And what even my past group have done, like that they asked to do at least once a quarter, kind of a meeting, and let's talk, let's see what's going on, who's struggling with doing a website, who's doing that, different stuff like that. So we'll be able to support each other, and you always have access to me. It's just reach me anytime. It's not a problem, and I'll answer you when I can. But I definitely will help you with anything I can. And this is another part that I'll teach you at the end, is also the part of how to have a professional and energetically aligned practice for you that matches you. And we'll give each other. And a lot of people in the beginning said, like, and I'll also give all the information about the quantum healing I'm teaching here. You'll be able, I'll give you copyright to use it. I'll give you forms to use on your, to intake for your clients, all that stuff. I'll give you that information. You are free to copy and paste all of my information I have on my website, because you are a practitioner, you have permission. So you'll be able to, you're not going to have to like figure out how to do this on your own, even like, again, a part of building your website or having any kind of support, like, hey, I have a struggle with this kind of client. Come and ask me. Or ask the WhatsApp group, and we'll do that. And again, I'm kind of going to create a kind of a forum, but for some reason, my students last time didn't use them. I just used the WhatsApp because it's a lot faster and quicker. But you'll also have a forum. If you have questions for those students, you can just post it there, and I'll answer, and other students will answer. So you're not left out in the cold to just like, okay, goodbye, good luck, fend for yourself. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not the point. The point is to help you thrive and to help you be confident and comfortable in doing this work. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have one more question.
Sure.
What's the maximum people you had in your group in doing that? What is the maximum people to take it? You said you like small group.
Right. I think 16 will be the largest group I'll take. So it is. 16, okay. Yeah. So it's going to be intimate.
Okay. And my other question is just that I want to know if there is any option of, like, if I decide or whatever, it's not for me, I don't like it, or I cannot get into it, or I don't understand, or it's harder than I expected, whatever reason, is there an option to cancel it, or to do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there an option? Or
I know what you mean. I just haven't encountered yet, because people start going it and start doing it. They get so into it. I don't think anybody really wanted to leave. I haven't encountered it yet, but that's okay. If you want to do that, you can talk to me in private, and we can see what we can find. If you want to leave, you can leave. Nothing here needs to be forced. Nothing is forced.
Yeah.
Nothing needs to be, okay. You have to do it. You have to, like, no. You need to step out of your comfort zone. That's for sure. Because otherwise you won't learn anything new. But again, I think it's the important part is you will have the feedback. You will have the sense of, like, okay, this is, if you feel it's too much, you can always go back and watch the video again. Like, oh, I think I missed a few points here. Go read the material again. Again, you'll have a PDF every time. So if you want to be ready for the class, read the PDF, the written materials. It's going to be very general, and you don't want to figure everything out, because I'm going to talk about those points. So don't try to, like, oh, I don't understand everything. That's okay. You're not supposed to. This is just kind of a reminder. And then you can watch some of those videos from the previous class. You can watch, again, the workshops. Again, usually there's going to be a workshop I do, which I do with an explanation about the topic. And you can just enjoy the workshop, the actual meditation that goes with it. So there's a lot of way that in which you are in the process of learning new things, integrating it, and going through the process of, okay, now it doesn't feel so foreign or unfamiliar. Now that you're going to come ready to the Sunday class, and you'll be like, okay, I generally know what it's about. I want to learn more. And obviously, again, we'll do just as we do it now. If you have questions, I'll always will answer them. So you're not going to feel left out like, okay, I'm completely out of my league. I'm completely out of I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if I'm getting this, because again, you'll be able to see right away. And I like that. I'll give you an example, because in previous classes, a lot of people are like, wow, I'm not sure if I can do this because it sounds a little too vague, too unclear. It's like, just follow the script and just try it. Because that's the way to do it. It's like, there's only that much you can explain to someone how to ride a bike. It's someone that have to go up and start trying, right? And that's the key. Once, if it's all intellectual, it's going to be very hard to fathom everything. But once you start moving and like, okay, I'm getting into it, and you will get into it. It's if you've done the BQH training, you'll find this not hard. It's not, it doesn't move any more than that as far as this, but it is a lot more information, yes, but you'll find it fine. You'll get it. And again, if you're not 100% clear, you got to try it. And once you try it, you'll, oh, okay, now I see what you meant when you said blah, 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 blah. And you'll see that if you can see that, once you register, you'll be able to have access to all the first class, and you'll be able to see, like, people say like, okay, you'll see my training, and then there's a gap because this is where you actually do the practice. And then you can see what the post remarks from students are. And like, oh, now I see how you do it. Or they have questions after. That's okay. Again, we're here to do this together, to move and have you in the most clear way, and allow you to integrate the material in a beautiful way. And sometimes it takes a day or two as well. And if you want to do more practice, you can always talk to one of your other students and get more practice. And it's like, you know what? And I've seen them do it. And like, you know what? I want to practice a little more of that inner child thing. Sure. And then they can team up some other time and during the week and just do more practice. So I don't think you're going to feel left behind in any way, or this is overwhelming. And if you do, that's okay. We can handle it. Okay. And I think that's one of the key things in that you will learn with this is it's really designed for you to be able to handle any client. Because a lot of the times a lot of questions, a lot of people come to me like, wow, you're going to be shocked here, because, and then they come and like all their trauma, they spill all their beans, as you can say. Like, am I too crazy? I'm looking at them like, no, you're fine. I can help you, because the tools will help them. And it's not about being like, oh shit, this is too much for me. Like, no, you'll be fine, because if you just use the tools, you'll be able to see that you can help them. So it's developing that knowing that you will gain those abilities to help anyone. Okay. Anyone that's ready, I would say, because not all of them are always ready, and that's okay too. All right. Okay. More questions.
So are you going to send us the registration link, or?
Yes, if you want to right now. So if you look at the chat, I already plugged it in there, and you can do that now. Just click it on the link, or you can just go to my, where is it? Yeah, this page that has the integrative quantum healing on the Infinite Ascension Academy, which is the link that you have there. You can go there, or you can just click on, oh, this one doesn't have it because it's mine. You can choose, oh, I haven't talked about that yet. You can choose, oops, did I share that? I didn't share that. I'm sorry. I didn't share you can actually choose how you want to pay for it, because you can pay for it either all in advance, $1,800, or you can pay it in 3 payments of $600 or 6 payments of $300. I don't charge you more for doing payments, because I've been there. I know what it is not to have so much to do it. And I really have a hard time sometimes with classes, they want to give you a whole chunk of money in advance. You don't have to do it here. And most of my clients took some payment plan. My students, sorry, took some payment plan before and really enjoyed it and had no problem with that. So you can do that. You can go register and you can choose how you want to pay for it, and it just sets it up automatically, and it'll charge us once a month, whatever payment plan you choose. Aura, you have a question.
Hi, yes. Hi, Harry, and hi, everyone. First of all, I want to say that among all the courses that I've also done, this sounds by far the most integrative, just as you called it, and the most complete thing that I've ever come across. And I commend you for that greatly. I mean, it's extraordinary. And I also doubt that anyone would want to jump out of it after starting it.
Yeah.
That was my first thought.
Thanks,
It's really, there's so much information. It's just so beautiful the way everything is structured as you showed it to us now, that it's, I mean, it's just mind blowing. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
My question is, you were saying about learning how to connect to the higher self and to your inner guidance and the guides. Is this for us as a practitioner, or is it us teaching the clients how to connect to their inner guidance, or is it both?
Both. Thank you for the question, because that's a really good question.
Okay.
So you will learn how to do it. You'll have the script of how to help people get their guidance, meet their higher self, connect with whatever other light beings that they would need to get the help from or connect with for the rest of their life. So you learn how to do it. So here's why I do it this way. So I have the public workshop I usually did for each one of those segments. So you see how I explain it to other people. So you can learn, okay, how to explain it as well. Although you don't need much help with that because you're good at that. But I know still, it's good to have that ability. So you can see how I explain it to other people so they can learn how to do it. Because a lot of what my approach is I want to give tools to people. I don't want them. There's a certain level of equality and power here. I don't want to be the expert power that only they have to come back to me in order to learn more about themselves or to do this again or whatever it is, because that disempowers them. And the whole point here is to empower people to be who they really are. So when I do that, I teach, okay, this is what happens. This is what you need to do, and this is how you do it. And usually I always send my clients the recording of what I do, but I know, unlike other trainings, I send also the actual kind of script part, the induction part of how to go into it, so they can repeat it again at home. They don't have to have me for that. So eventually what I like to do is have them a small collection of like, here's how you approach your higher selves. Here's how you can get some guidance. Here's how you can get some more recordings on how to do whatever they need to help your inner child, your work on your other things. So they have a collection of their own recordings of how they get into it. And I tell them, if you want to, you can listen to that until you get to the actual lesson and the conversation, and stop it there. And then you can do your own work. Because again, it's about empowerment. It's about giving them the tools to know, to have them feel more comfortable. So you will learn how I teach it to others, especially on the public level, and how you can do it yourself to the other people, and give them the tools to do it. So it's all of it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. And it is about that. And I always focus on the knowing that the people have the answers within. They just need to learn how. And we're just teaching them how and having them facilitate a really, really successful and professional experience. And I go into details on that. Let me just, do I have it here? I don't think I have it here. Give me a second here. I want to share with you, for example, just give you an example of the PDFs and stuff like that, so you can see what it's like. So let me share that with you. Share, there you go. Oh, where does it do that? Okay, so That's not the right one. There you go. Can you see my screen now with a logo? Okay, good. So that's the training manual. So again, it has everything. What is the explanation general? What is about the 4 pillars of what we're going to be you're going to be learning. Again, every aspect of every kind of them, what will be covered. And a lot of it, even the beginning, I teach a lot of, again, some the art of interviewing, because I think that's a really important part that is kind of skipped and skimmed on most training. That just focus on go back and stuff. So establishing a rapid connection and trust, how to do that, and again, I have the general scripts for that and what the general attitude you need to have for yourself. I am enough, because I know a lot of beginners don't feel they're enough, good enough. So you have to have kind of a little bit of preparation for yourself. I am enough. I care. I'm in the flow. I want to give. And attitude towards the client, I see you. You are enough, and I am with you. So again, it's about, again, general approach. And I give some really important tools here, how to approach with curiosity, how to listen, how to, in a deep way. I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead here. What not to do, like trying to fix them, try to rescue them, try to advise them. So I get to tell you what approach not to have. Interviewing skills. So it goes into depth, into every aspect of this. So you will feel comfortable with every one of these things. How to do what debrief, what to do in the debrief, what to set up. Again, this is different tools and segments that you will be able to do, reflections and different things. And then it goes to exercises and summarize. Okay, anyway, it goes to exercises. What to look for in a conversation. Because there's some key things that we want to look for, key points, key things. So I'll teach you all that stuff, how to listen, how to this. It goes into really, I think, a really good way. And here you're going to be doing exercise actually in 3 persons. So one is an observer, one is a client, and one is a facilitator, and how to play with it. And then you can take turns, and that's fun. And then you go into the actual training, which I don't call it hypnosis anymore. I call it intentional consciousness evocation, or evocation of consciousness, which is hypnosis is a very wrong word for all this work. And we're going to details. And again, this is a channel material I send here, and more explanation of what is exactly the path and what is it about, the pre-talk, the how to get them inducted, how to the core experience, what they need to feel like. And so it gives you a really good structure of everything you're going to be doing, everything you are going to experience. And once you do it, again, this is just very, you can say, on the intellectual level, but once you start doing it, you'll feel it. And obviously, you can do all this work. I'm going to stop sharing now. Otherwise I get too deep into that. It's about your ability to do it either on the phone, online, and in person, obviously. So you can do it all 3. There's really not much of a difference. I've had people who did it on the phone in their car and did a whole past life regression. And it's like, wow, okay. Yeah, you comfortable in your car? Is it, yeah, you have a disturbance? No, it's fine. Okay, let's do it. So you really can do the this whole thing of it's limited, or you have to see in a person to feel them. That's not true at all. Once you start talking to them, once you start feeling them energetically, you start having conversation, you're connected. And you'll be able to feel them, sense them, and know what they are and what they're feeling and what they're experiencing, and help them and have a fabulous experience. And some people will come in person and they'll have full of expectations and wants, and they'll have a shitty experience because they're not ready for it, because they really insist on that. So it's not about distance. It's not about it's really about how you prepare them, if they're ready for the work, and don't worry about it. Like, you can do it all. Okay. So it's this works on 90% of the people. There's always those people who just they don't catch it, but I don't take it personally anymore. It's just not about me, because obviously I know what I'm doing. I'll give an example. I had 5 people this past week that I did connecting with their guidance and getting guidance and beautiful connection and getting all kinds of what they need to really focus on their life. And it was really beautiful sessions. And then I had one person that just was like, I'm not sure if you can do it for me. I'm really, and I did everything I could in the pre-talk, like how I really want you to connect. Like, I'm not going to connect you to your guides. You're going to connect to your guides. And anyway, it was kind of, obviously she had a lot of too much seeking and ego in it, and it was very hard to do it. And she had a hard time, and she didn't be able to succeed it. But at that point, it's like I did exactly what I did for the other 5 people. Because some of them was their first time doing it ever, that not even meditating, and they did a fabulous job. So it's not about this. Some people have a harder time, and that's okay. And then and you can do as much as you can explaining, and it'll work. And sometimes it won't, and that's okay. It's not a reflection on you. All right. So just know that. Okay. Any other questions about the training, about how it's going to happen, about the practice itself? I do have more information about general integrative quantum healing on my website. If you go to harrykroner.com, it gives you a lot more information and explains a little more about it. So you can do that if you'd like to. And again, you'll be able to copy and paste that material for yourself into your website, no problem. And I'll give you more information about that. It might need to change the name, because I just 2 days ago, somebody approached me that IQH, there's already an existing IQH, which I wasn't really aware of. And so I might have to change the name, but I might have to make it even better. So I already thinking of I had to go through that like upsetness of like, oh my God, but I've been working on it for years. And I don't have to really change anything. But I think it's going to be good if I call it like quantum healing methods. And I'm working on maybe getting that kind of I'm really working with a lawyer now and grabbing that trademark, because that's going to be, I didn't realize that even quantum healing methods is not taken yet. I couldn't believe it. So it was probably waiting for me. So you might probably going to be trained in quantum healing methods. It might change a little, but it'll be that name. But it's like, hey, I'm training quantum healing methods. Because again, the idea is it's not only one method, this is many methods, and some of them will be expanded more. And I know that even the galactic portion of it is something that I am getting trained now by my other galactic guides. And it'll be an expansion of it, and there'll be even more modules that'll be happening on that. So this is an ever evolving body of work, and there'll be more of it. Okay. Okay. So I'm serious now. Any concerns about the training? No? Okay. Again, I try to make it as financially comfortable as possible with extra payments. So I don't think it's going to be an issue for anyone. If it is, if you want to reach me in person, and we can maybe do any other arrangement for how you want to pay for it. If that's something you want to do, we can work on it. But I still think that for the amount of material and work and that you are getting here, this is a really good deal. And it's going to be fun. You're going to really feel and enjoy the process of learning. Because here's something that a lot of students from the other times told me, that they didn't realize they're going to do a lot of their own growth through this process, because you are getting basically a lot of work on you. You're going to get all those past life regressions that you haven't expected, you didn't know about yourself. You're going to work on your inner child. You're going to be working on getting your own guidance in your life. So you're going to get a lot of work on this. So you think about, you're getting a lot of free sessions just by attending, and that's worth a lot of money too. Even if it's just a beginner, they mostly know what they're doing. And the script, the process is good, and you will get to that place, whether it's someone with a beginner or not. And I think that's something important for you to know, is that you don't have to know so much more than the other person that is in front of you. You really just to know, I like to say that to teach second grade math, You only need to be a third grader. That's all you need to have to be, really. You're just teaching people, and all you're doing as you are a practitioner in anything you do is you're teaching other people who are just further along, or you are a little further along the path than they are. And that's all you're doing. And you teach, and some of them will be even ahead of you on their own path, but you still have the tools to help them get even further away on their path. So even someone will be like, wow, this person is really, really high caliber and they're coming to me. Why are they coming to me? It doesn't matter. You can always help them. You can help them move further along their path. And that's a really beautiful thing. Okay. Very good. So if you do have any other questions, you can always reach out to me in private by email, harrykroner.com. I'm sorry, harrykroner@gmail.com. Or through my website as well. You can just reach me in contact. Oh, hey, I've been there, or feel free. Okay, you probably have my email by now. Sign up. Okay, just register, please. We'll have fun. It'll be good, and I think you will get a lot from it. A lot of personal growth, a lot of professional growth, and that's it. All right.
Thank you so much. And so last question here, we'll get some email, just a reminder like, hey, you registered. Hey, the class is coming up.
Yes. So yes, exactly. I'm good at that. I will send you also after every class, I will send you, here's an email with all the recordings of last week, or they're posted on the online course platform, which I just showed you. Everything's gonna be up there, uploaded. But I will definitely send you an email right now with a link for registration, and I'll also send a link with all the dates of the classes that are written right now, and so you can have a chance to plan a little. I know it's hard when it's on the weekend, but again, it serves the entire world in that way, and that's helpful. And if you have a problem with 1 or 2 dates, that should be okay. You can plan, and again, you can plan around it and have some watching the videos and stuff like that, and getting practice sessions independently. But generally, this is what it is. If we together as a group, if it's not going to be a large group and it's not going to be much conflict, if we need to change something, a date, we can probably do it. That's not a problem. Again, this is not a written in stone. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Very
Thank you. Thank you so
pleasure.
much.
Very good. All right. So